This is our app, Rocket EDU. First off, we have our instructions page, which gives detailed instructions on how to use our app, making it accessible to even first-time users. We also have our sources page here, which cites all the sources we derived information from. As you can see, we have a scrolling mechanism. Now, once you go into math, you can choose any subject. Let's go into algebra.
In this game, we have a rocket which we can move right or left using the arrow keys. And your goal is to shoot a meteor so the question pops up. The user can now enter the answer, and if it is correct, the first letter of the encrypted phrase is revealed after a short delay, and the user is sent back to the game.
As you can see in the top right, there's a black box showing how many questions you have completed. If the question is answered incorrectly, the user has another chance to answer it correctly. I'm going to speed up the rest of the gameplay until the last question to save time, but you can still see what's going on. So as you can see here, if you miss the asteroid, the question is not displayed. But if you make it on the second time and hit the asteroid, then the question does come up. Now on the last question, if it is answered correctly, a win screen pops up. In this win screen, you can share your achievement to X, formerly Twitter, if you choose to do so, and a post is posted to your account in the background through the use of the X API. This is our presentation. My name is Karthik Jeevan.
My name is Bhavya Patel.
For our planning process, we started off with a vision to combine an educational game with a puzzle to make learning and practicing academics twice the fun. We started by creating a question bank consisting of various academic levels, then created the interface for the game. From there, we went on to complete the code so that the puzzle is decrypted when the user correctly answers a question using user input validation. We then added the implementation for the user to share their achievement in X, which is formerly Twitter, with the use of their X API. This is our planning document. Please feel free to pause and read if needed. So our app consists of one class named Moving Objects, which handles the behaviors and properties associated with all animated objects in our game. The class is mainly meant for future implementations and plans with our app when we plan to make our game more interactive and animate the asteroids as well adding more movement functionality to the rocket itself. The code is shown here. We have a model view controller architecture, with the data being the question bank stored distinctly as the model, the user interface being the backgrounds and the graphical elements shown to the user, such as the rocket, and the controller being the buttons used to control the rocket, answer the questions, and navigate the app.
Next, for the innovation creativity, our app combines the creativity of gaming with education, offering an interactive platform for all level of students. Through engaging puzzles and challenges, it reinforces key concepts, builds problem-solving skills, and adapts to each learner needs, making studying both effective and enjoyable. Our app has a very clear and simple infrastructure for app navigation, free of error, offering label buttons and clear options for game settings, furthering assistance with accessibility. Our intuitive user interface makes our app and game easy to navigate and play, even for the first-time users, with instruction provided before the game has started and labeled areas to move the rocket left and right. Our app consists of multiple graphical elements and icons, such as the rocket used during the game, the bullets that the rocket shoot, and the red square barrier that the rocket is hitting with the bullet. We also use a space background appropriate for the nature of the game.
Our project focuses on validating user input to check if answers are correct. Conditional statements ensure inputs match the correct answer, providing feedback if they do not. Users then get another chance to respond accurately, reinforcing learning. Our app gamifies the subject of math through a rocket shooter game, offering a 10-question quiz in various different levels of math. The game also acts as a puzzle, since an encrypted phrase, the puzzle, is decrypted as the user answers questions from the quiz. We also incorporate progress tracking so that the user knows what question out of 10 they are on, displayed in the top right corner of the game. We have integrated our app with X, formerly Twitter, to allow the user to share their achievement of winning the game in a post once they have done so. We were able to do this through the use of an X API, and the code we used to do so is shown here in Python, with the keys and tokens blocked out for security reasons. Our data is stored in complex lists containing dictionaries and other elements. Each subject's list includes a dictionary of questions, where keys are questions and values are tuples with answers, an encrypted letter, and the full decrypted and encrypted phrases. In the future, we plan to extend to MongoDB as well.
Our sources are listed in the source page in the app, shown in the video of the app as well as on the slide.